Train up a child in the way that he should go, and when he's old, it will not depart from it, goes a popular scriptural reference. The Lagos government held a workshop on examination malpractice for students and relevant authorities within the academic structure.
It is necessary for us to call this forum so that we can sensitize all the stakeholders in the education sector, especially the students, parents, teachers, and even the institution, the menace of examination malpractice in the society.
In his keynote address, the former permanent secretary in the Ministry of Education, Mr. Adeshino Odeyemi, x-rayed how examination malpractices had derailed the progress being achieved in the education system. Parents and schools management were identified as major players in the process of examination malpractices.
Some of us are here, we are all parents. Some of us indulge our children. We even go out of our way to go and procure questions for our children because we want them to pass. If you know your child is deficient in some subjects, why don't you go the extra mile? Probably you need to engage some lesson teacher for a child so that they can assist your child to pass the exam. They can teach the child, and the child will be better off for it.
Mr. Adeshino Odeyemi further charged students in attendance to be studious as this positive act will reflect in future.
I want to join you, to encourage you to be good students. And the way to be a good student is to be studious. If you work hard and you are now successful, you can go anywhere to say, this particular certificate, I'm the one that wrote the exams, and you can defend it anywhere.
Attentive students were taken through several models by which the act of examination malpractice can be curbed by the Deputy Registrar Zonal Coordinator, while Mr. Idowu Ojo and Mrs. Ronke Shoyambo, Director General, Office of the Educational Quality Assurance.
Examination malpractice is not faced squarely and frontally. A time will come when that person that is not supposed to be an engineer will become an engineer. He will build that bridge, you pass on it, your vehicle will just sink into the water. That engineer will build a house for you, the house will collapse. And so on and so forth.
When quality assurance is monitoring results, you will see that we monitor every year's results under achievement and standards, and our eyes see a lot. So colleagues, I want to implore you that please, from the Ministry of Education side, we are going to say no, complete no to examination malpractice, because nothing can be hidden again. There is nothing that we don't know. So children, you don't swap books at all. That's not your portion. Why should you swap somebody's books?
Participants shared their views on the menace caused by examination malpractice and available solutions.
I've learned about what examination malpractice is, the consequences that it attracts, and the way forward, the way to eradicate examination malpractice. And from what they said, examination malpractice can be any form of misconduct on the part of the student or the candidate writing the exam, which is against the norms and the rules guiding the examination. And also learned that the consequences will produce half-baked graduates, which actually will affect the economy of the nation adversely and ruin the reputation of the country. When I get to my school, with the notes I've taken down here, I will teach them, and what I've learned, I'll tell them everything about examination malpractice and want them to say no to examination malpractice.
I've learned that examination malpractice is a very bad thing and it has to be stopped. And my advice for students that does not have the advantage to be here is that they should just work on their own and they shouldn't depend on maybe them. One teacher is going to bring expo for, they should just depend on them. They should just try harder and learn more, and they'll be able to achieve their goals.
The end result of it is that it destroys our value systems. And when the value system is destroyed, the entire system is destroyed. You are talking of the economy, you are talking of the culture, you are talking of everything. And that's why we feel that if malpractices in examination stops, all other malpractices will stop.
It's just a monster that is peculiar with the recent times, and which In Lagos State, we are trying all our best, all the stakeholders are trying their best to make sure it doesn't hamper or doesn't disturb the system of education in Lagos State.
I want to be of opinion that parents are the one causes 70 to 80% of the exam malpractice. Because if they had not encouraged their children, or if they had not encouraged such thing, teachers and other examination body will not have a way in that malpractice.
Examination malpractices is a scourge, and as such, all relevant authorities must make a deliberate attempt to eradicate it. Say no to examination malpractice today.